Hey everyone, welcome to another Adobe Illustrator tutorial. My name is Andre Kröker from Dagubi. Today I would like to show you how to draw with brushes this Christmas frame. Last week I showed you how to make these brushes, and the brushes are also available on my Dagubi website, and you can find links in the description below. So after you create the brushes or buy them from my shop, you need to save the brushes and first open the brushes panel, and these are the brushes. Now go to the brushes panel options, or you can go down to this button, brush library menu, and click on save brushes and use the default path to save the brushes. So now create a new document. So I use 340 millimeters by 210 and I use color mode RGB and click create. So next you have to open the brushes, go to the brushes panel and click on this button, and now navigate to user defined and open your brushes set. So next please open the polygon tool and click on your artboard. So we need 6 sides, and I start with 40. Choose the selection tool and scale this shape, hold Shift and the Alt key. And now go to the toolbar on top and click on horizontal and vertical align center. So next I'm going to change the stroke weight 3 points and going to change the color. So go to the stroke color and open the swatch libraries menu, gradients, and choose metals. And I use, for example, polished brass gold gradient, but not for the fill color. Change the fill color to none and choose the stroke color and apply the gradient. So next, lock this layer and create a new layer. Zoom out, hold the Alt key and use your wheel on your mouse. So now choose line segment tool and create first horizontal line. Hold the Shift key for a perfect horizontal line. And now again click on horizontal and vertical align and create a new line. Hold the Shift key and again vertical and horizontal. So next, with the selection tool, select both lines and change the color to gray and change the stroke weight to very thin. So that's fine. Next, choose the paintbrush tool. First, make a double click on the paintbrush tool and check the options. So I use for the fidelity this position. Now choose one of these leaves brushes. Oh, sorry. First, deselect all. And now again, choose one of the leaf brushes and green color and draw a line like this. Now I'm going to apply an effect and before I do that, it's very important to select the whole layer, the whole group. Click on this little circle to select all. And now go to Effect, Distort and Transform, and click on Transform. So make sure Preview is enabled. And now make one copy. And we need 180 degree. So that's fine. Click OK. And now every time you draw a new line, Illustrator rotate and make a copy. So delete both lines. So before you start, I recommend you to lock the line layers. And now with paintbrush tool, choose one of the sleeve brushes. So I use this sleeve and green color and start to draw some leaves. So zoom in. You can change stroke weight. So if you like to change stroke weight in very small steps, hold the Control key and click on the small arrows. So if you like to change the line, choose Direct Selection tool, select, for example, this anchor point. And if you like to move the leaves, hold the Control key and click on the leaves and move the leaves. So next, choose again the paintbrush tool, and now I'm going to use this brush with red stroke color. And it's very important to change the stroke weight to 1 point. So create a new. So that's fine. Now I like to draw behind the leaves, and you have to go to the left toolbar to the drawing mode, click and hold your mouse and choose draw behind. And this time I use this brush, but every time you pick a new brush, it's important to deselect all, and I do that by hold the Control key and click on your artboard to deselect. And now choose this brush, zoom out. So for zoom out, I hold spacebar and the Control key. So if you like to move this, hold the Control key and move the line. So if you like to rotate it, choose Selection tool. Now again with the paintbrush tool, I'm going to use this brush. So, but I'd like to change the color in green. So this time I use this green. So, and I like to move this object. So select the object, hold the control key and click on this line. Now go to the layers panel, layers panel options, and click on locate object. So this object, click and move the layer. So that's fine. So, and last, I'm using this brush and again change the color, make it a little more darker, open the color panel. So you have to change the stroke weight. So that's fine. And now again, it's one of these red lines. So if you like to change the same red color and the brush, please hold the control key and select one of these circles, these lines, and Illustrator pick automatically the same brush and the same color. So we have green color and selected is this brush, and if you select one of these red lines, you can draw now with the same brush and the same color. So I like to draw behind. And very small. So next, please lock this layer, and I'm going to make a copy from the polygon shape. So open the layer and drag this polygon shape down to the new layers button to make a copy. And now choose the selection tool and rotate it just a little bit. So next, select both shapes. I like to rotate it like this. So next, I recommend you to change the gradient. So you can use another gradient, or you can use the same gradient and change only the angle. So open the gradients panel and change this to 30 degree. So that's fine. You can change also the stroke weight. And now I'm going to expand the brushes. So lock the first layer, and I recommend you to make a copy and rename it. Make a double click on this layer. It's my backup. So now select the whole group and go to Object and click on Expand Appearance. Now we have all brushes are expand, and now I'm going to edit the colors. So please choose the Magic Wand tool and open the Magic Wand tool options. So enable fill color and use 0. So first I'm going to change this color. I like to apply a gradient. So go to the gradients panel and I'm going to edit this the gradient, so you can move the color down to this slider and delete all other sliders. Click and drag sliders down. So next I'm going to use, for example, this position for green, and I'm going to add a new slider. Click here and delete the white slider, and I like to change this gradient, this color. Make a double click on the slider and make it a little bit darker. And I'm going to change the gradient type. Click on radial gradient. And I'm going to move this slider. So that's fine. And now again with the Magic Wand tool, click on this color. And first I'm going to use the same gradient. Choose the eyedropper tool and click on this gradient to pick the same gradient. And now I'd like to change the gradient, but this time not with the sliders. I'm going to use it with the recolor artwork. Go to the toolbar on top, and I like to use the add ones options. So click on edit, link harmony colors like this, and now change it like so. Okay. And now the red color, choose again the Magic Wand tool and select the red color. Open the gradients panel and drag the red color to the slider and remove the other sliders. So we have to add a new slider and delete the green slider. Make a double click and change the color, make it darker. And you have to reverse the colors. Click on this button, reverse gradient. So I'd like to change this color. So that's fine. And next red color. So use the same gradient, choose the eyedropper tool and pick the red gradient. But this time I like to make it darker. So open the recolor artwork. And I'd like to change this color. So next, choose the group selection tool and delete the gray lines. select and press the delete button on your keyboard. Now create a new layer. Choose the type tool. Choose your favorite font. I use this font. .60 and write Merry Christmas. So select the layer, click on this small circle and change type to align center and move it to the right, or you can use the align button. And next I'd like to use the same red gradient. So, but before you do that, you have to expand the type layer. So go to type and click on create outlines. And now it's very important to use a pathfinder. Open the pathfinder and click on unite. And now choose the eyedropper tool and click on the red gradient. So hide the edges, go to view and click on hide edges. And I'm going to use the gradient tool. Click and drag your mouse, or like this. So I'd like to edit the first word. So choose the group selection tool and select Mary. And now the gradient tool. But I'd like to change the type to linear. And now again the group selection tool and select Christmas. And now again the gradient tool. Change the type to linear. So that's it, I'm done. Thanks for watching. If you liked this tutorial, please press thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you want to see more of my tutorials, please subscribe my channel. Hope to see you soon.